Team number 1, Harrison Griffin. Number 2, Jacob Hall. Number 3, James Price. Number 4,
well, welcome everybody to day 2 of the 2018 State of Origin Series, live from a Dolphin Oval in Redcliffe. And to get us underway here, we have the Queensland and New South Wales men's 20s taking each other on in what will be a fantastic men's 20s game. This is the second game of the series. Queensland won the first game at 4 touchdowns to 2, so they'll be looking to wrap the series up, but no doubt New South Wales will have something to say. And for this match, I'm joined by the Australian Mixed Open coach, Mick Lovett. And Mick, as we sort of mentioned, mate, we're expecting a really exciting match here in the men's 20s.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to watch yesterday's game, and I thought it was a really close match up until the last 5 minutes. New South Wales were really tough through the middle, which I thought is probably the key to their success. They can't drop the pressure off there if they want to be competitive against this star-studded Queensland side.
So just looking at the two teams, mate, have a little bit of a run through of both sides and just point out some of the players we need to watch from both teams here.
If we have a look at Queensland first, I think the strength's going to come out of their middles. The two brothers, Aaron Moore and Blake Moore, they're very strong, both out of our junior program. Hayden Moffat is another guy to look forward to, and one of the key players that helps with the setup is Adam Russell. For the New South Wales 20s team, this side's more evenly balanced, I think, with a lot of guys that will work for one another, as opposed to some of the superstars in the Queensland side. Definitely Bailey Hayward is a guy to watch for. Comes out of the West Club in Sydney. So he'll be one of the strong contributors to set up their line attack plays. The strength through the middles are going to be Kurt Donahue, Floyd Tye, to help them get the guys up the field. So we're looking forward to a keen battle here, I think.
So we're not too far from getting this match underway. And perfect conditions out here at Redcliffe, blue skies. So plenty of great touch ahead today. And after day 1, it's New South Wales that have the overall series lead. They lead 8 divisions to 6 over Queensland, so a little bit of work for the home state to try and get back into a position where they can reclaim the shield. It's been a few years mixed since Queensland's had it, and I think it's been a little bit of flip of reverse of what's happened in the NRL State of Origin series. New South Wales have had their hands on that shield for a number of years now.
Yeah, I think it's mainly due to their dominance in the Masters divisions. Queensland had a very strong presence in the women's and the mixed division over the last few State of Origins, so it'll be interesting to see. I think it was 7-all last night, so it's pretty much in the balance at the moment. Today's the day where they get the opportunity to get the shield back on home soil.
And we're underway here in the men's 20s, and it's Queensland with the tap-off. And Harrison Griffin, they've got a little bit of space already, Queensland. Shifts back in. That was Aaron Moore. Now he's got the ball again. Blake Moore with the ball as well. Harrison Griffin drives in. Moffat fires it back out, but they've picked up an incorrect play of the ball. So an error on the opening set from Queensland.
It'd be interesting to see here whether New South Wales go straight to their sub-box, or they're going to play a little bit direct early to try and work on the Queensland middles.
So they take it out to the left-hand side, but they do have substitutions coming on. So interesting stuff from New South Wales, but the referee's going to pull this one up as well. So both teams opening sets with errors, a penalty given away from New South Wales.
Yeah, this was typical of last night's game. There was a bit of an arm wrestle for the first 10 minutes with a lot of errors between both sides, plus the game was pretty physical with the referees trying to put a bit of a stamp on it last night to control the ruck area.
So Queensland now, really good field position for the Maroons. And it's Griffin, throws the left to right out to the wing, well covered in the end from Jordan Hill. New South Wales winger on the left-hand side of the field. So Moore again, Moffat moves into half now, throws a long flat ball. And 6 more touches coming their way to Queensland. And he had a chance to being able to pluck that one out, but just couldn't hold on to it in the end. So the Queenslanders now with substitutions on the field. That's Backhack who just rolled the ball. He has the ball back in possession now. Connor Harvey driving in as Griffin turns it back against the grain. Nice touch, good defence from New South Wales.
It's a combination here of the Aussie mixed 20s with Griffin, Ali and Connor.
James Price has the ball. They turn it back on the inside. So Queensland are moving the ball around, but the defence is staying really strong for New South Wales. Harvey just throws a speculated pass and ball down. Penalty ensuing as well. Touch and pass. And New South Wales now working out of their own end.
Yeah, they're coming to the sub-box here to get a bit of flow out of the box. And they'll get their transition here and come straight back to the middle corridor, I would imagine.
So New South Wales now changes onto the field. Nice running coming out of the substitution box from the New South Wales side. As they look to head out towards their left-hand edge, but the ball just dips away, and it's a handover to Queensland.
So play there's early touches for Bailey Haywood from New South Wales. Who'd look to get him involved really early. He's one of their key strike players for New South Wales.
So Queensland now working it towards their substitution box as Moffat comes back onto the field, drives in nicely into the New South Wales defence. Adam Russell with the ball now, and they throw a close ball away from Moffat. He's got the ball again, drives in. That's Brad Payne in the half. Now Adam Russell hits the short ball, and they go through the middle of New South Wales to get the opening touchdown.
There's great setup from Queensland, coming with nice flow out of their sub-box. Got to their strike play, nice short play for Adam Russell.
So Queensland take the opening touchdown. It's 1-0, and the home side over New South Wales. So let's see what New South Wales have here in return. Can they hit back? Plenty of strike in this New South Wales team. So just working towards the middle channel of the field at the moment. More of the same for this. And Moore might have got called out offside. He slipped on the line, and they've pretty much done the exact same thing straight back to Queensland through the middle, and they've levelled it back up. It's one touchdown apiece.
Yeah, the Queensland link, they're just sitting on the line, not taking a couple steps up to take that hole. Easy pickings for New South Wales.
So it's got that feeling it's going to go down to the wide potentially again. There's plenty of points in both teams. Can Queensland hit back after New South Wales touchdown? There's more. The brothers are back out on the field together. It's Jacob Hall with the ball now as well for Queensland. The Moore brothers both in the middle of the field. Blake now with the ball. Fakes to go long and go short. And a penalty coming here for Queensland. New South Wales players not making it back towards the line. So 6 more touches to defend for the Blues. Griffin. They look to go long. They might have numbers in space out here. Beautiful ball from Blake Moore. Finished off by Marcus Holm in the corner, and Queensland come back. And it's 2-1 now to the Maroons.
Yeah, the New South Wales defence got dragged right to the right-hand side then, which opened up the left-hand side of the field for them. A little bit more active work from the link needs to happen there to not have the New South Wales middle drag too far over the 50.
So it's Jesse Curtis now with Luke Kane as Kane drives it forward. Curtis has got the ball back again now. Kane just looking to get the Queensland players to come up out of the line. The referees being very vocal to get them to move forward. They go short again. Touch made there from Dejan Arce. Big touch made.
New South Wales just setting up for a deep play from the link there. The play didn't come off, but I think that's what you'll see in the future plays for them. You see the link sitting deep in behind their middle.
So penalty now here to Queensland, and it's James Price about to take the touch. And a shout out to James's grandmother who's watching this match from Scotland this morning. I hope you're enjoying it. Might be a little bit of a different temperature back in Scotland to what it is here at Redcliffe today, but great to hear that you're watching on the other side of the world. As Queensland, Adam Russell now. Older brother Corey played in the men's open side for Queensland last night. Price moves into half. Fakes and just goes behind Dejan Arce there, and a turnover from the Queenslanders.
So New South Wales will be looking for a quick transition here to the sub-box.
As they work down that sub-box side, and there'll be substitutions coming on. They're working their way onto the field now, so they'll probably look to go a little bit more direct through the middle channel, the Blues, as they turn it back on the inside. Play on calls the referee. They regain footing. Last touch now. Looks to go short, but nice defence from the Queenslanders. as they come up out of their end of the field now, and they'll be looking to pretty much do the same in this set, work towards their sub box to get some substitutions. Nice touch there from Jordan Hill.
Yeah, the New South Wales side's working really hard to cut off the Queensland box. They've done a pretty good job to disrupt their plate and prevent the flow coming out of there.
As Aaron Moore skips and jumps, flips on the inside, hands out Moffat. Nice ball to Jacob Hall. He flicks as well. It's held on by Moore, but they're losing ground. He goes to flick as well. So multiple flicks there, but probably just lost their way. Probably not the end of the set that the coach, Jason Boyd, would have been looking for from Queensland.
Yeah, New South Wales are coming to their sub box again, looking for a quick transition here. So last couple of sets, they haven't managed to get back anything on the back end of it, so let's see if we've got something here.
Yeah, sorry, the intensity on both sides is quite evident to see that both last sets, both teams have worked towards their sub-box to get changes on, so it's a quick pace out there, and there's a mistake here from Queensland.
Yeah, here's the opportunity for New South Wales with a repeat set. It's the first time they've had some ball on the line here.
So the Blues, they're down by 1 at the moment. It's 2-1 to Queensland. Still 12 minutes left in the first half. So just take their time to get a little bit of shape here. And there's going to be a penalty regardless, as Blake Moore got his hands in the ruck there to try to knock that one down. But a penalty ensuing. Another set of 6 for New South Wales. They go to the short side. Comes off the left foot. And a touch made from James Price. So New South Wales again, just looking to work. Have they got the space and numbers out here? Nice take and nice dive as well. Almost took him to the in-goal area. Was Keely Bowen out here on the right-hand side for New South Wales. Now still got a couple of touches here, the Blues. Last one now. Pops up in the air, well held, goes left to right. Can they pop on the inside? Go back on the outside again. The referee's going to call a touch and pass on that play, and half a chance there for New South Wales.
Queensland will be looking to get to their sub box here on transition to get some fresh legs in after a couple of repeat sets on the line.
So they're struggling a little bit to get out. There's nice line speed from New South Wales to try to cut the Queenslanders off. They're working towards the halfway line now as Griffin drives that way, turns it on the inside. Nice touch, holds up the ruck for Queensland. Flick ball again from Connor Harvey, but they haven't got anything. Oh, he's throwing the dummy, Dejan Arce. Can you believe it? Both New South Wales defenders looking at each other saying, was that yours? He's gone straight through the middle, and Queensland 2-touchdown lead now. It's 3-1.
New South Wales will be disappointed with that. They've managed to hold them just inside the 10-metre zone after pressing up on their sub-box transition on the last touch. They've clocked off and managed to not make close attention to the guy with the ball.
Oh, huge dummy from Dejan Arce. He's got plenty of talent. He's just signed a contract with the North Queensland Cowboys, so he'll be heading up towards Townsville pretty shortly after this State of Origin series. Yeah,
he'll be a loss to our sport. He's been quite a talented junior coming through. He's played multiple Trans-Tasman series for us, so it'll be a disappointment for us. But great for the young kid to get promotion to the NRL.
So Queensland now, after a mistake from New South Wales, they head back towards their sub-box side of the field. And nice meters up the sideline there from Queensland. They've got good roll on now. They look to promote the football. That's Holm with the ball. Price moves into half, gives it to Brad Plain. And just looks to link up with Adam Russell, but ball down there. A little bit of a push and shove on the changeover as well.
Great work from New South Wales there, producing a flat line there on defence as they come out of that sub-box. But very critical error here on the first touch, giving Queensland the ball again.
Yeah, over the mark call from the referee. So a little bit of gamesmanship from Adam Russell there. Just got his body to the side, and over the mark penalty given to Queensland. So 6 touches in good field position. As Hall is with the ball now. Brad Plain drives in. Price is coming around the back. Looks to link up. Does so with Adam Russell. They go the speculator pass, but probably didn't need to throw it in the end. And it's a touch and pass penalty to New South Wales. Yeah,
Coach Boyd will be a bit disappointed with that. That's a second touch mistake for Queensland there with a great opportunity. Here come New Zealand. New South Wales out of the sub-box.
Yeah, nice drive down the sub-box side of the field for the Blues. They're in not too bad position, and that's a good strong touch. Results in a turnover from the Blues. There's Queensland now. It's a nice run and nice metres down the sideline from Wayne Unawai.
Yeah, Queensland are looking to use their speed here a little bit more. They're trying to shift the ball early.
So the Maroons are doing that. It's both Moors. They link up together, the brothers, but good defence from New South Wales. Shut that one down. They're a danger, both Moors. So New South Wales now 3-1. They'll be looking to hit back and reduce the margin fairly shortly. There's still 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. As changes come onto the field now for New South Wales. And the ball's just gone down, so another mistake. It's creeping into both sides in the last few minutes in this match.
Yeah, New South Wales just not getting any quality of drive out of their sub-box at the moment. Creating a lot of errors. Queensland have a lot of pressure on the roller ball at the moment, so they just need to get a bit more quality ball and get their ball players into the game a little bit more.
So they work it back in towards the middle of the field to Moffat. Griffin links up now in half, goes off his left foot, fades to go short, goes long. They've got space out here, but no, the referee's going to pull them back. So touch and pass given, and a chance gone begging there for Queensland.
Yeah, I think the success here will be which team decides to settle down a little bit. At the moment, there's a lot of skill errors and pushing passes and things like that. So New South Wales have got a repeat set here off a penalty. Let's see if they can just settle down a little bit and get to a good attacking position.
So Luke Kane takes the tap and just is off straight away. And realigns there. Lucky he did. He was in front of the player. Might have been a forward pass. As Curtis drives forward now. Regains the ball.
Look for Donahue to come out of half here. He's got a little bit of foot speed.
Yeah, he's shaping up. They're working together. Donahue's pointing Curtis in the direction. He's into half now. As called, goes out the back, and yeah, they're going to stroll over pretty easy in the end. New South Wales has a touchdown to Bailey Ritchie, so they reduce the margin. It's 3-2 now to Queensland.
That's that play they've been trying to set up for most of the half. They've got the link sitting deep in behind the middle. They step back and come back to him and beat the link on the outside. They create a bit of space there, so it's good to see New South Wales sticking to their game plan. Now, I know Coach Nolan was talking about this particular play at halftime in game one.
So 5.5 to go in the first half. It's Queensland leading 3 touchdowns to 2. As Russell now with the ball. That's Hall. Goes left to right, stepping on home, and he's just dropped it over the line. But if he got his hands on that, that would have been a touchdown as well to Queensland.
Yeah, Jordan Hill was a little bit tight then. You want to be careful coming in too far with some of these ball players that Queensland have got at the moment.
So New South Wales having to do the hard work here, and they might have numbers on the left-hand side of their field. Play on the call.
Donahue's heavily involved at the moment, getting the team up the field through the last pass for the last touchdown.
Here he goes again. So he's had a big impact in the last few minutes. Has Kurt Donahue for New South Wales.
Yeah, he's a very industrious player. He's got a lot of high energy, this kid. He's very young, still up and coming.
So Queensland just working it up the right-hand side of the field as both Moors are back on together. It's definitely a combination. I think Jason Boyd, the coach from Queensland, has identified. They know each other inside out, and they're working together at the moment. Blake dummies and gives it straight back to younger brother Aaron, and there it is. They've probably run that play in the backyard 1,000 times in Rockhampton, and a great touchdown to Queensland.
New South Wales will be disappointed there. They started the roll when they come into their own half. They need to stay up in the midfield, roll on the back of their heels. Queensland were able to create opportunities there. The two middles got caught up in the touch.
So 4-2 now, Queensland. Push that one back out to a 2-touchdown gap. So can New South Wales hit back after points? It's just in the middle of the field at the moment. Luke Kane, again, he's into half. He's into half again, but well read. But they might get a penalty here. New South Wales, they do. And held off the ball was the call there from the referee. There's New South Wales. They've got plenty of space. They're just looking to manipulate Queensland here. They play really close within the 5, but they hook it out to the outside. This is going to be a touchdown to New South Wales. Number 11, Keely Bowen. He gets one on the board. So it's back down to a 1 touchdown margin, 4-3 to Queensland.
Great patience on phase there from New South Wales. Good involvement by Floyd Tighe to finish that play off. So just see if New South Wales can get a stop here. It's pretty important, get close to half time. If they can hold them out here, the game will still be tight.
So Queensland off the tap-off. Ali Backhack doing the hard yards, getting Queensland going forward here. As Moffat steams on the ball, turns it back into Backhack. They'll just reset here on the 5-metre line.
Great defence there from Kurt Donahue, not enabling Queensland to be able to create phase play there.
And Moffat again, just working it with Backhack. They're just turning it back in towards each other. They do that again. Back to Moffat. So they're trying to get New South Wales to come up out of the line. Backhack goes here. He's got options left and right. Goes out to the winger.
Yeah, great touch. Great touch by Jordan Hill.
It did look like a touch. The two referees are coming together here. It was Jordan Hill again, but the referees are going to say all clear. So that's a touchdown to Queensland, and you can only think, Mick, that Jordan Hill might have just been a little bit short of the line on that occasion.
Yeah, that's very interesting, that call. From my position there, it looked like he made that touch easily, so he must have been short of the line. So big set here for New South Wales. If they can get one here, they're still in the hunt coming into half-time.
Yeah, it pushes back out to a 2-touchdown lead to Queensland, but a minute and a half still left in the first half, so they're still going to have a decent chance here to reduce that margin, as Mick said.
They've loaded up here with Floyd Tighe and Bailey Hayward here in the attack, New South Wales.
So they might have the numbers. No, well touched there from Jacob Moranen. And fancy footwork here. They try to flick back on the inside, but well covered in the end from Queensland.
Yeah, big set here for New South Wales. 1 minute to go on the clock. Queensland will be looking to retain the footy.
So Queensland now, they're just working up, but there's an error. So 50 seconds still on the clock. There's still definitely an opportunity for New South Wales to pin this one back.
Let's see if the 20s boys can do the same as the men's open here. Late in the first half, see if they can get one more touchdown before half-time.
So it's Hayward. He's been super impressive for New South Wales. He's got the ball at the moment. There's big chat coming from both sides of the field at the moment. They're trying to get the Queenslanders to come forward, the Blues.
Yeah, they're sitting back in the 5 here. There'll be a penalty soon. Yeah, good refereeing, sir.
Quick tap, and they might take the advantage. Touch made from Queensland, so
10
that was
seconds
really
on the
good.
clock here.
10 seconds to go, so they might only have a couple of plays. They're just holding up now. Queensland are holding. They just want to run the clock out. They try to kick out New South Wales. They go down the short side, but they're well covered. One last play. The hooter goes in the background here. New South Wales off the left foot. Can they pop it out?
Yes.
He's held it. Well, no touch made from Queensland. And after the hooter, New South Wales get one, and they reduce the margin. 5 touchdowns to 4. Queensland lead going into the second half, but right on the hooter there, Mick. That's not one the Queensland would be too thrilled about.
Yeah, great work from New South Wales to score right then. That's a big play there. 1 touchdown down at half-time, considering that it took them a while to settle down in attack. Looking forward to seeing what corrections Nolan can make with the New South Wales boys and settle them down a little bit in attack. The Queensland boys have been quite dominant so far in this game.
So we'll come back in a short break, and we'll see the second half of the Queensland and New South Wales men's 20s game 2.
We have 2 minutes to the start of the second half. 2 minutes. If referees and players could look to take the fields, 2 minutes.
Water polo league.
Welcome back, everybody, and we're not too far away from getting the second half underway for the second game in the men's 20s division here in the 2018 State of Origin series. So a really close first half. Queensland currently lead 5-4, but you still got the feeling, Mick, that this one can go any way.
Yeah, I think the first 5 minutes of this game is going to be a true test. It's a must game for New South Wales. But Queensland will be looking to settle down nice and early and put a dominance in this first 5 minutes with the physicality, especially in the midfield. They've got a great defensive set out there at the moment with the two Moore brothers starting. They'll be looking to work really hard in that midfield, prevent New South Wales getting close to the line.
So the hooter goes to get us underway, and it's Curtis who drives forward. He's working with Luke Kane. It's those two just together at the moment. As Curtis just throws the dummies. They sweep, but they take them on, turn it back against the grain, but straight back into Queensland defence. So last touch now. And a little bit of footwork here to try to create something out of nothing. Play on's the call.
Numbers.
They do have numbers. And, yeah, 6 more touches and play on's the call. So on the 5th touch, they get their hands in Queensland, give them another 6 touches, and they're going to have to defend their line again here, Queensland now. Big touch from Blake Moore. The referee's indicated he might have got a little elbow in there, so a penalty to New South Wales.
Look at the space out there on the left edge there for Queensland at the moment. I think that's where New South Wales will find themselves going to here soon.
So Griffin comes up and makes an important touch for Queensland. As New South Wales just look to manipulate Queensland's defence. They are just holding strong here at the moment as the Queenslanders get told from the referees to move forward, which they're doing now. Curtis goes to wraparound play. Touch made, 5th one now. Fancy footwork again from New South Wales, but well read from Queensland, so they hold out with a few repeat sets in defence there, but there could be an error.
Early mistake
and
again.
there is.
Early mistake. And New South Wales trying to assert the authority there.
And Floyd Ty goes straight on the attack, but there's 3 sets in a row now for Queensland, but they've had to defend their line. And State of Origin touch football, you just can't do that. Doesn't matter what division you're in.
Coach Nolan's put his other strike player in here. So looking for a little bit more patience around the attack.
Yeah, so it's Hayward who's come onto the field. He's got the ball in hand now. Hayward, he's directing traffic around. Curtis. And they look to go towards that right-hand side attack for New South Wales, but well covered in the end from Blake Moore. It's Aaron Moore, my apologies. And now they'll look to make changes here, Mick, you feel?
Yeah, I think they need to get some fresh legs in here, Queensland. They've been on there for multiple sets. New South Wales didn't make them pay, so if Queensland can put a good ruck set here together and attack off the back of it, which they've got good run here at the moment.
Yeah, they've done a good job. That was Connor Harvey driving in. Jacob Hall's got into the in-goal area, and he links up with Ali Backhack. And that's a great response after defending the line for so long. They put points on in their very next set. The coach will be happy with that.
Yeah, Boyd would be actually ecstatic without that. They had multiple sets on the line there, 3 or 4 sets. Great drive out of the sub-box. Great kick from Connor. Allowed their half runners to come out of half. Great work from Queensland there.
It's back up to a 2-touchdown lead to Queensland. It's 6-4 now to the home side.
New South Wales can't afford to get so much ball and not make Queensland pay here.
So the Blues, they want to stay with Queensland. Nice strong touch made there. Oh, they look for the short ball off the hip. Jordan Hill just couldn't hang on to that one.
Yeah, early transition here from Queensland. They'll reckon they'll be going straight back to their sub-box and looking to get some flow again. I know they've opted a direct set here.
Yeah, Russell just takes it through the middle, but now they shift back out towards their substitution box. It's only the one change coming on. They make a second now. Moffat with the ball. One of their strike players. Nice direct running there from Moffat, but he gets a little bit of a sloppy roll ball, and well picked up from the referee there.
Yeah, Hayden's normally really good in that role. He's one of the best set-up players for his age bracket. Just an error there. Oh, another one here from New South Wales as well. And a penalty.
So Queensland really good field position here now for the Maroons as James Price takes it forward. They're just going to take a little bit of time here to get themselves set. Price is sweeping around the back. He's got the ball now. Goes off the right foot. But not really bothered there in the end. New South Wales. Back hack. Moffat looks to go inside. Deflection taken.
Oh,
I think the referee's happy. Yeah, it came off one of the New South Wales players, but Connor Harvey, no, they still haven't given it here, so there's a little bit of a conversation happening between the two referees, and no, something has been picked up from the sideline referee.
Yeah, I think that's a good call from the sideline referee. Like both the referees working together there as a team. Make sure that the game's evenly balanced when they referee. That's really good work from the two out there at the moment.
Yeah, so the call was forward pass, so I presume it must have gone forward before it took the deflection. And
yeah, I think even the touch was a 50-50 call. I thought the middles were close to being in the right position then. So,
but New South Wales, they've turned it back over, so they've given Queensland another sniff here to hit back.
Coach Nolan will be looking for a lot more consistency out of his boys at the moment. There's a lot of mistakes, which has not given him an opportunity to get back into the game.
So Hall throws it. Ooh, lucky to get away with that one. That one could have been taken.
Yeah, Harry was actually hitting a really good hole then. If that link wasn't up taking that ball, then it was another touchdown to Queensland.
So the Moors penalty coming here. Takes the tap, throws it out. Do they have the numbers? Hall just resets. Probably the right thing to do there. They've got 5 touches still up their sleeve, the Queenslanders.
Yeah, great defence from Jordan Hill there. That could have easily led to a touchdown.
Yeah, more good defence from Barakat in the middle for New South Wales. So they're hanging strong at the moment. As Queensland, oh, that's just dipped out. And ball down's the call. There was a bit of contention from Queensland asking whether the New South Wales player touched the ball, and a penalty here to New South Wales.
Much needed penalty to New South Wales here. Get an opportunity to get off their own line and get into some forward position in line attack.
So they just need to hold onto the ball, get down the other end of the field to get back into this match, New South Wales.
This is a great opportunity for Donahue here. This is normally his game when he plays with Dawson and Sydney. Hard grind, get the ball up the field for his team.
So Curtis with the ball. They just look to reset.
And Queensland are just looking to roll into the 5 there.
A nice strong touch. It is Donahue. Simbolan holds
great
on
work
to the
from the
ball.
winger.
Yeah, great read from Marcus Holm, the Queensland winger there. And he's with the ball now. And they're working it up there, sub-box side of the field. As Arcee comes onto the ball, he drives in. Adam Russell now.
A little bit more structure here from New South Wales. They're holding up in the middle, not giving away penalties.
Yeah, 5th touch now. So not too much happening in this set for Queensland. They're just going to burn that one at the end to finish it off. So New South Wales, they're going to have to do the hard work again to get down the other end of the field. And let's see how they end up going
great
about
pickup, ref. He stepped out on the sideline there. And once again, New South Wales have invited Queensland into the game. Want to be really careful in this period here. The game's still in the balance, but if you keep on giving a repeat set to Queensland, it's going to be game over really quick.
So 8 minutes gone in the second half as Russell, and it's just been touched there from Christopher Barakat.
Big set needed here from Boomelin and Floyd Ty in defence.
So Russell, Arcee's in the half, throws a big left to right to Moranen. And the referees, they're coming together, but everything looked good there. And Queensland, fantastic try. Nice big early long ball from Dejan Arcee. And that pushes them back out even further now. It's 7 touchdowns to 4.
Yeah, as I stated before, you can't keep on inviting this talented Queensland side in with mistakes that New South Wales have been making coming off their own line and getting to the transition in their sub-box.
So it's all ahead of them now, New South Wales. If they want to stay in this series, they've got to get back into this match. It's 3 touchdown lead to Queenslanders. Queensland won the first game 4-2. So to stay in this series, New South Wales need to win this match. As the Blues, big left to right. They look to pop on the inside, and they're going to go 6 to go here. It definitely came off the winger, Marcus Holm. Whether he played at that or not.
Yeah, I think it's very debatable whether he played at that. But New South Wales on the attack again here. Big set for them.
So they look to raid the short side. And it's Luke Kane with the ball.
Queensland very passive in their defence here.
It's that man Donahue again with the ball. Haywood, my apologies. And he's got the ball again here, Haywood.
He's trying to direct traffic and get our set up right here.
He's got the ball. They've got a chance. They look to go to the link. Queensland holds strong. Haywood in the half. Goes left to right. They had the space.
Yeah, opportunity there. Just went half opportunity. Just not making conversions here in New South Wales.
So 10 to go.
Queensland look to get on the drive and get us up the field here.
And Holm, has he skipped away? No, touch made. So that'll give them a chance to get some subs onto the field. And it's Price now coming on. Aaron Moore. There's Hall. They just look to dance around, and they're just moving New South Wales around the park at the moment. They're
slowing the play up here to get their set up right.
Yeah, taking this touch here as Price, Moore goes in, but yeah, nothing happening there, and a penalty coming for New South Wales. Touch and pass.
Better transition here from New South Wales. Great work from Barakat, one of the Barakat boys there. Marley Simbolin looking to get us up the field.
So doing that, a little bit of a sloppy roll ball from Simbolin, but play on. So they're into a position here where they might be able to put something on, and it's Curtis. They go to the short side, but well covered, and they weren't really phased by that attack there at the Queensland defence.
Yeah, I think the space there was out the back there from Curtis to Simbolin, but I think they didn't see that opportunity.
Queensland now doing the hard yards to get up the other end of the field. They've got a 3 touchdown lead over New South Wales. It's 7-4 in game 2 of the men's 20s. And touch there from Simbolin. He's got his hands, so another 6 touches in really good position here for Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland are working their flow out of their sub-box there. Been able to shift the ball, move the New South Wales middle around and get their set up.
There's Russell covered in the end there from Jesse Curtis. Just a little bit of ball movement from the Queenslanders. Almost caught New South Wales lacking there a little bit. They shut that one down, and Adam Russell just takes a little bit more time off the clock at the same time. 8 minutes to go in the second half. Arcee nailed the ball. That left to right's been potent, and Plain just throws it between the legs right inside the 5, and a mistake there from Queensland.
Yeah, great transition from New South Wales here. Touch 2 and then nearly to their sub-box. Donahue looking to take the team forward.
So Ty, who just drove the last ball forward, he's going to move into half now. Ty, here he is with the ball. Kenny link up. They go out the back. They've got numbers in space here. New South Wales. Jordan Hill on the outside. And great finish in the end there from the New South Wales winger. They peg back this lead. It's 7-5 to Queensland.
Yeah, a lot more controlled transition for New South Wales there. They got on the ball nice and early, got to their sub-box, got their transition in, and then were able to get their ball players with the pill and created a great transitional play there.
Yeah, nice finish. And
big stop here required from Curtis and Donahue for New South Wales. Need to work hard here.
yeah, they need to hold out this set, New South Wales. And if they can peg one back after that to get themselves within one, it's anyone's game then. But if Queensland get one here, it's still going to be really tough for the Blues. And they're in good position, Queensland, but they hold out. The New South Wales box is really happy with the defence that's happening out there for the Blues at the moment. It's Backhacks with the ball. It's Connor Harvey now. Backhacks into half again. His shape's just been picked off from New South Wales. But no, the referee's going to call it back. A simultaneous touch there as the intercept was caught.
Yeah, New South Wales heading towards their sub-box again here. Still good metres here.
And their transition out of the line has really picked up in the last few minutes, the Blues.
Yeah, their energy levels are up. They're looking to create some space here through the middles.
And yeah, well picked up. There was a ball down there in the half. The referee was right in front of the spot. Good pick up from the referee.
Yeah, great work from Queensland in the ruck area there. Nice and strong in the touch.
So Hall, he's got the ball back again now. And there's substitutions coming on for Queensland. They might have even got away with having too many players on the field on that stage there at Queensland.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Out the hole, he goes to pop back on the inside to Price. Play on's the call from the referee, and Queensland, they extend back out again now. But like we said, I think they were lucky to get away with it on that set.
Yeah, I think they had 7 on, but great long ball, tap back from the winger. Great team play.
8-5, Queensland lead at New South Wales. Men's 20s. There's 5 minutes left on the clock. They're going to have to pull the rabbit out of the hat, New South Wales, to get into this game. The series is starting to slip away from them now.
Yeah, they really need to score this set.
So Haywood, he's one of their keys. He's in there at the moment. He's moving into half now. Throws out the back to Simbolan. Simbolan puts the brakes on. Shifts it back in. Haywood. He's into half again. Do they go with the same play? They come back against the grain. They've got the numbers out the back. Oh, popped up from home, and James Price stuck the Dukes out to try to pull that one in. But it's another 6 touches to New South Wales.
Yeah, he's very good there, James Price. He knew that player's coming out the back there. That's the play they've been working on all tournament.
Haywood goes short. A good defence from Moore.
We'll see if Donahue runs a static set here. It's one of his key plays. No.
Simbolan in the half. Wraps around. Simbolan gets the ball back. They turn it back again. Well defended from Aaron Moore. Simbolan. Donahue is in the half now. What's he go? He goes the big rip right to left. They go the bat, but no support on the inside. That would have been covered from Queensland defence.
Yeah, early shift here from Queensland to get to their sub-box side after repeat sets on the line. Looking to get their subs in here, create some opportunities, and they've got a penalty here.
Yeah, so it's going to be really tough for New South Wales. There's 3.5 minutes left on the clock, and they're down by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think the game's slipping away from New South Wales here at the moment.
Yeah, Queensland have worked into the New South Wales end of the field. Strong touch from Simbolan. Moffat now. Russell sweeping around the back. But it's a well held there from Brad Plain. Moffat now just dictating terms for the Queensland side. Russell sweeping. And the referee's going to pick up something here. There's a little bit of wrestling going on in the in-goal area as well. That's unlike a Russell to want to get in the thick of things.
Yeah, he's got a bit of traits from his older brother there, I think, going at him.
Absolutely, mate. And shout out to the old man as well. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And old Graham Russell as well. So.
Got to love the competitiveness in those boys, right?
Oh, absolutely. They live and breathe touch football. And they definitely live and breathe it for their state, Queensland, as a penalty is given away
Yeah,
from Queensland.
down to 2.5 minutes here for New South Wales.
So they've got to score, and they have to score pretty quickly. Anything can happen on a touch football field, but getting 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes is always difficult. As they throw the dummy there, Ty couldn't link
half
up.
Court, yeah.
Half court, so they've turned the ball over. And Queensland now, they're 2 minutes away from wrapping this series up. As they work down their left-hand side, there's substitutions on. They'd love to put the icing on the cake, the Queenslanders in front of their home crowd. Really push this margin out. They can get one more touchdown. Hall goes short. It's held from Connor Harvey.
That's all right. Great set from Queensland there.
Yeah, if it's not points, that was the next best result, wasn't it?
Yeah, just get the ball up the other end, make them work off their own line.
So they want to muscle up in defence here, Queensland. They would want to finish this game 8-5 at New South Wales. They're doing the best they can to get up the other end and try to finish this one off with a touchdown. And it's called play on from the referee. He gives it back on the inside. No, he's pulled it back up. Touch and pass.
Geez, I thought the second last pass was forward as well, mate.
Yeah, they either which way, it looked like it was going to be a little bit suspect, but they almost created something out of nothing then, New South Wales.
Yeah, they haven't given up here. They're keeping on fighting.
So we're under the minute now in Queensland. They're just going to probably look to wind the clock down, but they're still running quite strong here, the Queenslanders, so they might be looking for that last touchdown as Moore just gives it to his brother. They bat on, and probably lucky to get away with one that wasn't forward there as well. Goes to ground. And New South Wales, they got 40 seconds left to try to create something here.
Oh, yeah, great work there from the young winger, Liam Squires.
Oh, they've turned it over, Mick.
Oh,
And they've given another penalty away for throwing the ball away. So 20 seconds left now. Queensland are going to wrap up the men's 20s series in 2018 here at Redcliffe.
been a great battle between these two sides.
Oh, pops it
Great
out.
finish.
And a great finish from Wayne Unawai. And that is the perfect way to wrap this game up. That was a fantastic touchdown from Queensland.
A great
And
pass from Harrison Griffin there to finish that off.
they have taken this one out. What a great finish in the end there from Queensland. 9-5 the end result. And they have retained the men's 20s division on home soil. And Mick, they're going to be happy with that.
Yeah, I think they played really well in this game today. They settled down quicker than New South Wales did. They got back to their game plan, full of running, come off their sub-box, looked for their strike players, and they deserved it. They settled down a lot earlier.
Congratulations to the Queensland men's 20s team, the 2018 State of Origin champions. And stay with us. We have Game 2 of the Mixed Open coming up very shortly.